Today we are making breakfast brunch on a rainy Saturday. I'm going to take 3 small potatoes and grate them up, and some onions for hash browns. I've got some bacon and ham here I'm going to fry up. I've got some mixed up pancake batter. I'm going to do some, ooh, that's kind of hot, mini waffles on. I've got some eggs I'm going to do some scramble with, and then some tomato sauce. I'm going to do some tomato gravy with the grease and some biscuits. I'm going to get this prepped and I will be back. Alright, I've got the onion and potatoes shredded. I am using the oil. It's a mix of garlic infused and sun-dried tomato and my hash browns. I'm going to put a little bit of this. It says pizza everything on it, but has a lot of different spices in it, like red pepper, garlic, onion, and all that. I'm going to put that on top of my potatoes when I put them in here. Now I'm just squeezing all the excess water out. Alright. Oil is hot. Spread them out. And the pan I'm putting these in doesn't have a lid. So I am going to use a plate to keep the steam in, to let them cook and brown up. I've got my bacon in already. I've got my waffles cooking. I'm going to keep on keeping on and I'll be back. I've got my first batch of bacon out. I've got it sitting on that back eye where those hash browns are to keep it warm on top of that plate. These are brown, so let's flip them and recook them. Ooh, that's hot. I've also got my biscuits buttered, sprayed the pan. They're going in the air fryer. And I will be back. Alright, my bacon is almost done. I'm going to go ahead and drop my country ham in. I did cut the slices in half because they was kind of long to fit them in the pan. This way I can get them in there side by side. My biscuits are done. And I'll be back when I drop the eggs. I am back before the eggs. I just want to let you know I did cut my hash browns off because they wouldn't brown on both sides. Left the plate on to let them finish cooking and softening. And on this country ham, because it is a salty ham and it's cured, basically all you're doing is getting a little brown on it and warming it up. Don't want to cook it for too long because it will get stiff and unedible. Okay, I'm going to finish this and I'll be back. Alright y'all, tomato gravy time. I've got my ham and bacon grease in my iron skillet. It's just enough to cover the bottom. I'm going in with 3 heaping tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I am going to cook this until it's brown to get rid of the flour taste. get all those good bits off the bottom from my bacon and ham where it cooked out. Alright, I'm going to go in with half a can of tomato paste again. And I'm going to cook this for a little bit. Get that tomatoey taste. Go in with a can of tomato sauce. That needs to be cut down a little bit more. Get all the goodness out of that can. Throw this around. Incorporate it a little. And at this point, once it starts bubbling, because I don't want to, still want to cook it a little before I add too much water. Once I get it incorporated, it's going to turn back to a paste, and I'm going to add this slowly. One, I don't want to burn myself again. Two, I find when you add the water a little bit at a time, it splashes less, and you don't make it too runny of a gravy. And you're able to get all the lumps out of the flour and tomato mixture. Alright, so it's mixed up. It's good. I'm going to set this to the side. I'm going to wipe up my mess. Cover it. And let it simmer for a bit. Onward to the eggs. I have beaten 4 eggs. Oh, that has to be washed. Oh, and my waffles are done. Get that in the sink. I'm going to take this up around the edges to try to keep it from sticking. If it does stick, even though it's a non-stick pan, eggs do have a tendency to do that. I'm going to pour these in. I'm not no expert on egg cooking. I just know how I cook them. And that is, put them in here on about, my stove is like a medium high heat, is a 6, in between a 4 and a 6. And I let them get little bubbles, like they're going to boil. They're not ready just yet. So let them make a layer on the bottom of the pan, kind of almost like if you're making an omelet. Then I just scrape, and you get big fluffy bits of eggs instead of the little bitty scramble pieces. So I like more of a bite egg instead of a little bitty bits. See, that butter on the side helped. And I don't like a real wet egg either on the scramble. Now on a fried egg, sunny side up all day. And the eggs are done. See, they are fluffy chunks instead of little bitty bits. Okay, I'm gonna let the tomato gravy finish simmering and I'll be back. Okay, let's make a plate. Got a biscuit. I want a small piece of ham, a couple pieces of bacon, some eggs, why not, some hash browns, some waffle with some syrup, now let's do some, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. Let's taste this tomato gravy and biscuits. Mmm, so good. With a piece of this ham. Mmm, yeah. These waffles were done on my little waffle maker. Yeah, good. Alright, I'm gonna go eat. It was good.